Today is Sunday, May 31st. Hi, I'm Azria. What's your name?
I'm Michelle.
Or Shelly.
Or Shelly.
Either way. I'm going to be calling her Shelly.
Okay, I am Shelly.
Identity crisis right here now. You haven't really been working during this, but what's your job anyway?
I'm an administrative assistant in laser hair removal.
Riveting stuff.
Yes, riveting. It's a beauty industry. It's non-essential.
So you've been working, not at all
Yeah.
for how long now?
The last day I worked was March 16th, where we left early.
Fun.
Yeah, we just closed the whole thing down and sent everybody home and canceled all the appointments, and then we posted papers on the door, and we left, and then the very next day was when they did the stay-at-home orders and started closing non-essential businesses, so.
I don't remember when I got kicked out of school.
It was the same. There was you guys had a kind of midwinter break or something?
Yeah, and then we just never came back.
Yeah, and then you never came back.
Okay, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So the days are all blending together.
I just remember that me and Logan were kicked out of our respective responsibilities at the same time.
What's your experience been like during this?
My experience during coronavirus.
Yeah.
It's been very lazy.
Yeah, same.
So I went home, and the first week I was so excited about all my additional free time that I cleaned the entire house and planted a garden. And since then, I haven't done anything else.
Yeah, that was about me, except for none of the productive parts.
None of the productive parts.
None of the productive parts.
I was productive for a week and a half. It was exactly a week and a half, I think, until we got Animal Crossing.
It all went downhill from there.
It all went downhill from there.
all of the recordings I have are going to be very involved with Animal Crossing.
It's possible.
There's some in my mom's, there's some in dad's, there's some in here. There will probably be something in Logan's.
Well, I mean, thanks to Animal Crossing, there's a global shortage on the Switch.
I know, and now I can't get one.
Yeah, so now you're just left out.
I'm left.
You're late to the game. You gotta go onto the Switch black market.
I know. Apparently, God, Facebook keeps recommending me ads for that, and it's hey,
the $500 Switch Lite.
No, that's on Etsy. No, on Facebook it's recommending me a regular Switch for $99, and I'm like, that doesn't seem legit at all.
No, that is a scam.
Yeah, that's what I said, and that's what Google says, so I'm not gonna do that.
It's probably for the best.
There's just some people where conversation flows better.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those people.
I'm not either, so all of my conversations are awkward. All of my awkwards are conversations.
Same. Every single awkward moment I have is part of a conversation.
Exactly.
This one doesn't even apply to you. How do you feel about working? I don't know, Shelly. How do you feel about working?
Well, I don't right now. But on that note, on returning to work, because of my particular industry requires us to be very close to people and touch people, it makes us very weird about actually coming back. Because how do you do this while also maintaining safety? Is this something we can do when coronavirus is still something that's actively killing people and numbers are actively ravaging communities?
Yeah.
And then actually there's only 3 people in the whole clinic. So it's myself, the person doing the laser hair removal, and then the person selling the laser hair removal. And the 2 other employees, the ones that are actually more closely in contact with clients, are high risk. My manager has survived cancer twice. She's only recently gone back to do other biopsies because she's had other symptoms. She could possibly still be having cancer somewhere in her body.
Wow.
And she's also has Veins disease, so she's gotten 6 surgeries total just since February for that. So she is very hesitant about when we have to come back, and she doesn't like the fact that it might be rushed. But they keep pushing it back. So we were supposed to go back tomorrow, but now they've canceled all the appointments for the next 2 weeks, and we don't know when we're going back yet. So it's just kind of up in the air when I go back to work. So, it's weird.
Yeah.
When we go back to work, I imagine it'll just be work, but until that point, it's very anxious.
Yeah, that sounds like it. Yeah, That is kind of weird, though, like, having your job in this kind of time, I guess.
Like, I would just be a secretary, so my job itself wouldn't be weird, but I don't know how exactly the job would work.
Yeah.
You know, and then on top of that, New York State is still mandating face coverings.
Mm-hmm. So,
And,
and you have to...
at least
like,
half of our treatments are for laser hair removal on the face. We have
Yeah.
a lot of PCOS customers.
Mm-hmm.
So it just makes it, like, it's going to be interesting to see. So, and it'll also be really funny because while they have to keep their face covered, they have to be naked on the table. So.
That sounds like a dumb sight.
It does. But.
I was about to say covering in all the wrong places, but no.
Exactly. It's like a reverse bikini.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. I mean, can't get much closer than that.
Yeah, you can. It's like they just put it on upside down.
That's so funny.
That's so funny.
That makes it sound like I'm faking it, but
No.
that's just actually a really funny, like, what's the word? Vision?
Yeah, image.
Image. I'm big brain.
Mm-hmm. It's okay. In my head, as soon as I said an upside down bikini, it was just a person walking on their hands. Like, face covering, nothing else, just feet up in the air, wandering down the beach.
That's so dumb. Okay, moving on. Anything you like / appreciate right now?
All my free time that I've squandered on Animal Crossing.
That's been everybody's answer, yeah.
Yeah. But I actually really do enjoy the free time, and I don't know how I'm going to go back.
Mm-hmm.
And as a person who did not particularly enjoy the company of the strangers out in the world,
Yeah.
I don't mind the fact that I've just been home.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't feel like I've had any of the, like, the mental health issues that other people have had. I don't have any of, like, the craving of, like, physical interaction with people I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't had any of that. Like, I thoroughly enjoy sitting out on my patio, drinking my coffee in the morning, and, like, doing nothing.
Yeah, I wish I could talk to people more. Like, I'm not really a physical person anyway.
Yeah.
Because, like, I hate hugs and everything like that. But, like, not being able to talk to people as much, especially my friends who have had that, like,
Yeah.
mental, like, downhill that you were talking about.
Yeah.
Like, they just don't talk to me right now.
See,
So-
and I think that that's really sucks. And that's actually probably really hard on kids. I know Logan had a meltdown not that long ago because, like, he doesn't get to hang out with any of his friends.
Mm-hmm.
He's not even like us where we can talk on the phone and still do stuff.
Yeah.
Like, he plays a little bit with his friend online, but his friend's parents are still working.
Yeah.
So his friend goes to his grandparents throughout the day, and he just doesn't see him
Yeah.
or talk to him at all. And, like, he has no interaction other than video games right now.
Yeah.
And, like, and I imagine the same with you. Like, especially with kids, like, sure, you get to hang out with your parents, but right now is kind of when you're branching off and doing your own, like, you're becoming your own person, and now you have to do that around your parents 24/7.
To be fair, I'm not around my mom 24/7, at least.
I mean, this is true, but now you're just, like, alone then.
Yeah, is that really better or worse? Who knows?
I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. I forgot what I was gonna say.
It's okay. I have that effect on people. I have a way of just train crashing argument or conversations. Words into walls.
Me too. I'm gonna title this podcast "Two Awkward People Try and Talk to Each Other,"
Yes.
and it doesn't go well. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So, I mean, yeah, I haven't. Most of my friends don't even play the same video games as me, so we can't even. Usually, I talk to my friends through Instagram. Instagram's been a train wreck lately, though. So, I mean, plus, like, most of my friends don't even respond to my texts, because, I don't know, who knows, really?
Yeah, I mean...
I don't know, I mean, I've been able to talk with some of my friends, but a lot of them, this is hitting harder than it is for me, I guess, so,
Yeah.
I don't know. I get get to vibe alone.
Well, like, people who tend to be more socially outgoing, I think, are suffering more than people that are introverted. Because I do work with more outgoing people, and I know that they're kind of, like, they can't wait to go back to work. Well, one of them can't wait to go back to work. The other one's playing Animal Crossing. But she's, like, keeps talking about how, like, she misses us, she misses her clients, like, she can't wait to, be able to hang out with us again. And I'm like, yeah, it would be really cool to see you, but I'll have to leave my house. Like,
I just can't risk it,
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to go sit in a different chair for 10 hours a day.
My chair's comfier.
Yeah, I was like, my couch is very comfortable, and now I'm going to have to go sit. And, of course, there's going to be less clients, and, like, the whole the socializing part of it still isn't going to be there, because even when we go back, you'll still have to be 6 feet apart. Like, you'll still have to have face coverings. Like, it's still going to be weird. So, but as I derail myself once again, I think it's especially hard for people who need to be social. Who crave human interaction. And I think that this is probably driving them crazy, and they're probably the ones that are out protesting.
Probably.
Because I imagine if I needed physical interaction to be entertained, that I would be driving myself up the wall right now.
Probably, yeah.
So.
I didn't think I was extroverted until this.
Yeah.
But this is making me second guess myself.
Yeah. Like, you have your group of friends.
I do.
See, I'm awkward. So, like we said, I typically drive conversations directly into the wall. And I don't do well in, like, the more socially acceptable, like, how are you doing? How's your family?
Small talk's awful.
It is. Oh, what's your husband doing? Oh, he has a new job. That's exciting. Like, I don't know your husband. I really don't care.
I don't care about Bob.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't care about this guy you decided to marry. Like, if you're excited about it, then be excited about it.
Yeah.
But don't make me talk to you about it. So I don't know. Like, I have my friends that I literally just drop into their inbox and be like, hey, the universe is doing this today. What do you think about that? And that's, like, kind of how we've always been. And I have, I think, maybe 3 people out into the world that I do this with. And they all live in different parts of the world anyways, so everything's online.
Yeah.
And so I've literally lost nothing from this, except that I don't get to go sit at a desk for 10 hours a day. But, I mean, like, with you, like, you have a social circle that you would interact with at school. Because I know when I was in school, like, this was my summer. Like, every summer, my parents were very strict, so I did not go over to anybody's house. I stayed home. They didn't trust any other parents to properly, like, they just assumed every other parent in the world was an alcoholic or a drug addict or, like, some kind of sexual predator.
Oh my god.
So I went to school and I went home. So during summer vacations and stuff, it would be literally like 8 weeks or however many weeks of vacation of sitting at home and hanging out with my parents.
Yeah.
And it was miserable and I couldn't wait to go back to school.
Yeah.
So I guess this equates to that. And so I'm thinking about, like, yeah, like, maybe you don't really have, like, a big social circle, or, like, maybe you like having some time alone, but, like, right now you are literally isolated at home with no friends.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
because, like, okay, basically what you just said is me too, but I don't enjoy it.
Yeah.
Because, like, even, like, during just week-long breaks at school and stuff, I mean, I'm home alone usually because Dad's still working and stuff. Like, just outside of the whole coronavirus thing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm usually home alone for basically the whole week because Mom works.
Like, everybody works.
Yeah. Like, works super late, so sometimes I don't see her before I go to bed. So it's, like, that times 10 right now.
Yeah.
So, I'm going insane.
I imagine so. All the art.
The art is getting boring, okay? 3 months of doing nothing but that.
Actually, over the summers is when I would pick up, like, on my writing when I was young. And my reading. I actually had a very strong addiction to reading, where I used to have a different book hidden in every part of the house, so that if my parents tried to hang out with me, I could say I have to go to the bathroom, and there would be a book hidden in the drawer where you were supposed to keep, like, toilet paper and stuff.
Oh my god.
And then I could pull a book out of there, and I'd be in the bathroom reading. Or, if my parents were, for whatever reason, like, in the house and I couldn't go to the bathroom, I had a book hidden, like, out in the back patio. And that's what I did. I just read my entire way through every summer.
Wow.
And in different hiding places, so my parents couldn't ask me to do chores.
Wow. That is impressive.
Mm-hmm. I even had, I had a spot on the roof that I could get to. And, that ended up being, like, my primary reading spot that wasn't the bathroom. But regardless, this pandemic reminds me a lot of summers when I was growing up.
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of my summers, too. I mean, I'm basically in summer now, so I guess that's why, but...
Yep, it's just summer all over again.
Yeah. It's like summer, but worse.
6 months of summer. That's what we can title coronavirus in our past.
Yeah,
like, in the future,
that makes
looking
it
back,
sound,
6 months of summer.
That makes it sound so nice, though.
It does.
Because when people think of summer vacation, they think, oh, that's so nice, but then 6 months of it, oh no.
They think of, like, beaches and everything, and then everybody forgets the long, boring breaks on the couch with the bad TV.
Yeah.
That is their summers.
I know all those people that are like, man, I'm going to do this in summer, and then end up doing nothing.
Mm-hmm. Like, you have that one really fun road trip.
Yeah.
And then just the rest of the summer you don't remember because this one shining star in the middle of all of the boring.
Oh my god, me with California.
Yeah.
Like, summer vacation, don't remember the rest of it.
Yeah, like, Logan looks forward to summer all year so that he can go spend 2 weeks in California.
Yeah. Me too. I mean, I was looking forward to things this year.
Logan was too.
What was he looking forward to?
California.
Oh, yeah, that... I don't know why.
You forgot you both go to California?
Well, no, I didn't even think about that. I just, like... I don't know.
Like, you have more that you were looking forward to.
Yeah, so I was thinking, like, oh, aside from California, what's he looking forward to? So I don't know. I thought...
It was just California.
Yeah.
And then the grandmas when they come out here.
The grandmas are coming out here again?
That was their plan.
Oh, both of them?
Probably. My mom's afraid to fly alone, so she'll probably hijack the other grandma's plane trip as well.
Okay, can we not take her to the art fair again?
So that she can just criticize everybody's art harshly.
Yes. So meanly and in front of their faces.
Everybody. I know. She's awful.
I feel me talking about her, but like...
Well, she has a very particular art style, and she
prefers that art
style. She
prefers
that art style.
Very strongly.
Very strongly.
More than just a preference.
More than just a preference. And she is not impressed with anybody else's art. At all.
You know, that makes me feel good that I actually got a compliment from her then.
Mm-hmm. No, and she used to compliment me when I was a kid, and that's what I think is so funny, because, like, she gave, like, backhanded compliments, like, oh, that's really good. Why don't you try doing it a natural color? Like, that was my mom all the time. And I remember, because I used to love doing everything bright colors.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I was coloring this, I don't remember what coloring book it was, but I was doing, like, the background, and I had all these unnatural colors, and I was in love with neon and metallic crayons.
Oh, man, those are so cool.
They're so cool. So my mom came in and was like, man, you know, why don't you just try doing it realistic for once? Like, you know, like, you should really learn to do it realistic. And so I got really mad, and I got out a pencil and all of the coloring pencils and all the crayons and then some watercolors, and I went to town on this stupid duck. And I, like...
The stupid duck.
Yeah, this stupid duck, and I made sure to put, like, multiple colors of green on his head. Mm-hmm. I made sure to put in, like, the white line. I did multiple colors of brown, and I, like, really went at making this duck look as realistic as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And then I put neon and metallic colors all around him, and then I left him on the desk, on my mom's art desk, because I'm like, see, I can do realistic, like, leave me alone.
Oh my god.
So, but yeah, that was my...
Solid.
Yeah, so... My mom's critiques. I mean, I guess every parent does that.
Yeah. Like, it's not meant to be, like...
They don't think of it as critiques.
Yeah, they're just like, hey...
They're trying to encourage you.
Yeah. They're just doing it wrong.
Yes.
My mom doesn't do that a lot, but she also prefers a realistic art style. Because she says my drawings look like anime, and you know her opinions on anime. So I don't even try to make them look like anime.
Yeah.
Try to make them look like Disney cartoons.
Well, I mean, anime has kind of, like, the style has infiltrated, like, animations all across the country and the world and everything. So, my mom doesn't like anything that's not realistic. So, like, when I did anime, like, she would always make fun of their big eyes and their crazy hair.
That's Mom.
But, like, when I did animals, they were also really, like, a little bit more fantastic. Like, their tails were always more fluffy. Their eyes were bigger. Like, I made them look different because I like different. And then, like, the only thing I think I ever really drew realistically was horses.
Mm-hmm.
But even that, like, I drew the detail all in with pencil, and my mom is a painter. She's not a pencil artist.
Mm-hmm.
So even that was different. So, I don't know. It was just, I don't know how we got on this conversation.
I don't know.
I don't either. But it's art.
Yeah, I'll keep it in. It's entertainment. Very important to quarantine. Yeah. That's how we connect it.
How our parents messed up our visions of arts and critiqued us. It just ruined our lives. Also quarantine.
Also quarantine. We're so good at this.
We are so good.
Yeah. What's the best thing you've seen? Doesn't have to be quarantine or COVID-19 related.
But, like, just the best thing in general?
Yeah.
I don't know. I really like the little bits as far as quarantine related stuff of people being so desperate for human contact that they're reaching out to people that they otherwise wouldn't have.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do think that with the internet and social media and everything, we all tend to get into echo chambers, and we tend to not converse or socialize with people that we deem different from us. And not in like, different in their religion or different in their skin color or anything like that, but different from us in, like, our beliefs.
Yeah.
And so what happens is we have this big divide of people who all think the same, and then we have this other divide of people who all think the same, and they don't come into contact with each other. And I think that with people being so desperate for human contact and, like, reaching out to their neighbors, having, like, what is it, the people who have, like, the little block parties where everyone stands out at the end of their street and socializes with their neighbors and everything. And these are people that, like, maybe they didn't even know their neighbors before. So I like all of that bits of humanity just coming together for the sake of being human. But that's, like, quarantine related. I also like the way people are reaching out to, like, the way the schools are feeding kids. Like, you know, like, every day and certain days you can go pick up the week's worth of school lunches.
Oh, that's nice. I didn't even know about that.
No, yeah, like, the schools are still giving out school lunches because of all the kids that may not be getting food at home.
That's nice.
And so I like things like that. I like the ways of, like, the ways people found to support each other in, like, during this situation. And I don't know, like, it's just, I like stuff like that. I like the ways the people have found to be more connected now that they're all home together. I like the fact that, in this time when normally kids would be growing up with their parents at work and the kids would be at school and it's very disconnected, I like that it kind of put everything on pause and made everybody come home and actually spend time together.
Yeah,
So,
I definitely appreciate that.
Yeah. And I hope that when we do go back, we take from this what we enjoyed and we allow that to continue.
Yeah.
We don't just let it be like, okay, well, that was a nice thing. Let's go back to the normal lives that we all hated.
Yeah.
So that's my favorite thing.
Yeah, I agree, honestly. Like, I just like seeing people, like, when there, I don't know if you, I mean, I would describe this as a crisis, but, when there is, like, crises happening, I don't know what the plural is, people, like, you get to see the best in people, and I wish that came out more often.
I do too, but I think people really need to be challenged in order to be better.
Yeah.
But it's just like the fire. Like, after the fire, when, like, literally people were just going way out of their way to be amazing.
I know.
Like, why can't you just be amazing all the time?
I know. Why does something awful have to happen to people?
Yeah,
like,
before they're, like, nice to each other. And there are people who are amazing every day. But we just don't look at them because we don't want to put in that effort. And I mean, I'll second that. I'm lazy. I don't want to put in the effort. You know, like every time I'm like, oh, it would be so cool if I could go like plant trees and save the world. And I'm like, or I could like stay home and just send somebody else $50 and they can go do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I mean, I think that it's amazing when people do things, and I think that like people who can help any way that they can should. And I lost track of what I was trying to say, but what I think I'm saying is that normally, like, our normal everyday lives kind of leave us drained and apathetic.
Mm-hmm.
And so it takes a big crisis to kind of shake us out of that and be like, yeah, I can be amazing and help. Like, I can do something, because you feel connected to people finally, because something happened and jolted you out of the day-to-day autopilot that you're on. And so I like crises like this, because you can see how amazing people really are.
Yeah, definitely.
When they're not wrapped up in their own lives.
I know. That's kind of what I've been doing and looking at, to see the positive in this entire thing.
Yeah.
Just seeing people, I don't know, come together. Like, be good to each other.
Yeah, be good to each other.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's some fringe, crazy people that still think it's all about them. But,
yeah.
I mean, for the most part, most people are coming together.
Yeah, a vocal minority.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm. I don't think I have any more questions.
I like how all the times I couldn't say actual words. I was like, I just drive the train into the conversation. I mean the wall. I take the words into the wall. So if that's on there, you have my permission to keep it.
Okay, good, because I was planning on it.
And that's what you can title the conversation. You take the words into the wall.
They'll look at it and be like, oh, what's that symbolism supposed to mean? No, we're just bad at things. Literally driving the train into the conversation.
Yes.
So, thank you for doing this, even though we really didn't talk about coronavirus much.
Thank you for asking me questions.
No problem. Literally. We just kind of chatted, but hey.
Yeah, it's okay.
Everyone needs that once in a while.
I don't get to talk to you one-on-one.
I know.
I'm usually on my phone.
You're still on your phone. She's still on her phone. Don't let her lie to you. Okay, well, thank you.
You're welcome.
You can't see, but we're giving thumbs up to each other.